Hello, it is I, your senpai. So today, I don't think I have a whole lot to cover. Not a whole lot happened throughout the week, last week. I didn't wind up doing a Thursday video. I spent a long time at my friend's this weekend. We watched, Goblin, the Great and Lonely God. Well, a few episodes of it anyway. But we'd been looking for it everywhere and they took it down off Drama Fever, so haven't been able to find it anywhere. That was extra sad for a long time. So I wound up buying the DVD, and when it came, like Wednesday or Thursday, I was like, okay, you guys want to watch? They were like, yeah. So I came over and we kind of watched a few episodes here and there. We finally watched Dead Apple, which I should have done a long time ago. Very interesting concept, giving me some more ideas for the fanfic. That's basically all I did all weekend. I got home on Sunday evening and basically went to sleep. Yesterday, not a whole lot. Yesterday I had like a half day at work yesterday. So me and my dad went to Lowe's and we're kind of looking around. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to get anything. So we were just kind of wandering around and decided we wanted to get a ceiling fan for my brother. So, especially now since it's getting hot and all he has is like a ground fan. And that room like doesn't, I don't know if the vent's broken, but it's like, it doesn't work really well in there. Like it's really cold upstairs, but it's hot down in his room. So we were looking at getting him a fan, and it's really stormy out right now. I'll show you in a minute. So we decided to get him a fan, but we were like looking around and we were like, well, I was like, well, I think he would like this one and this one and this one and this one. And at that point we were like, might as well just go and bring them ourselves. So we went back with him later and we're like looking around, we were looking for his fan first, but I also wanted to get some succulents because it's something I wanted to do for a while. They're hard to kill, but I really, really, really want to plant really bad. And we were looking and they had some semi-dwarf lemon trees, which I guess means that they just don't grow to like a normal sized lemon tree. They're small, they can stay potted. And I was like, cool, I'm about that. So I went and I went back to the garden section after we were kind of looking at the fans, and I started picking out a whole ton of plants, and I didn't realize how many different kinds of succulents there were. Before I was just gonna get like the prearranged stuff that they have there, but a lot of them always look like they're dying, and I was like, the individual ones look like they're doing better. So I went and I picked a bunch of little individual ones that I liked, grabbed a pot for them, and put them all in this bowl. Not all of them fit, and I wound up putting my cacti and a couple little tiny succulents around it, and I really like it. I'll put a picture right here. So yeah, I really like them a lot, and they're sitting downstairs and they're having a good time. I'm glad the cats haven't tried to eat them yet. I also did wind up getting a lemon tree, and it looks like there's like 14, 15 lemons already starting to grow on there. It's a little thing. It's probably 2.5 feet tall. Thereabouts. Yeah. So that's what we did yesterday. And the reason I had half day yesterday, and what I've been talking about with work for a long time, it finally happened, so I think it's okay to talk about. So for the past several months, my company has been aware that they're going to be purchased. The sale went through, and it was very up in the air whether any of us were going to still have jobs afterwards, and a lot of people did duck. A lot of today was spent kind of like, are we gonna have jobs or not? And like, a lot of people already had stuff lined up, so it was okay. A lot of people already had stuff lined up because they weren't sure if they were gonna have a job after this all went down, it was very uncertain when things were going to happen because we were told at the end of last month it was going to be our last, like we were going to have an inventory the first of this month, and that would be it. That would be the close. So we're officially sold now. We're part of a different company. And just kind of, I guess we're going to be on contract for some time, although how much time is not for sure. That's kind of annoying. But part of the reason I haven't looked for something else is because I don't know what to do. A lot of the jobs that I've had have all been data entry, and for a long time since I've been sick, it's like kind of been more of a chore. Like I have to do this because that's what everybody expects me to do, instead of having a job will help me reach goals that I want to do, which at the beginning of this year I wanted to be a figure skater, and now I'm planning to write a novel, which is another thing. My boss was looking through a bunch of drawings because we haven't had anything to do, so I've been drawing. Silver here. Can you see that? What the heck? I'm dying. So there was nothing really to do these past few days, so I basically just been sitting there and drawing, or going home early, taking the PTO. So yesterday I left early, and a couple of my coworkers were looking through my drawings and they're like, oh yeah, this is super neat. And my boss came up and he was like, I didn't get to see your drawings today, and I'm kind of upset. Like I wanted to do that before you were gone. And I was like, well, I can bring them tomorrow, and I won't have anything to do tomorrow either. So he's like, okay. And I was like, okay. So I brought my drawings again today and was working on some, which I'm probably going to be posting tonight because that's something I want to color, but we'll see. So I gave him my little binder thing and a bunch of fractured folders that I had that I've been kind of referencing here and there. So the more I've been working, the more I want to work on characters that still haven't been introduced yet, but I want to draw them. There's things that I want to do more of with them. Like, Kai is an old recycled character that I've had since like probably 2011 or 2012, because his inspiration was Kyo after I had finished Fruits Basket, which was around that time. He was a very angry boy back when I first made him, and he's still wearing that same outfit, and it's like, not loving it. So we're gonna figure out what to do with, like, remodel some of these characters. Who else? I think I had a point with all that. Okay, so I had this like span of folders and whatever, and he was super excited about it. He was like, I hope you're making a novel, you got last names. And then because my fanfic was in there too for Bungo, and he's like, you've got all the honorifics in there. He was like really excited. I was like, yeah, but I mean, someday I hope so. I've been slow for a few years because I get distracted easily, and I'm like, this story is so great. Oh, look at that over there. I want to do that instead. So that was today. It looks like it's about to rain outside, which would be nice. My lemon tree can get some rainwater instead of tap water. So I don't exactly know what's going to happen with the stuff at work. Just because I don't think anyone has a good idea. It all happened like in a span of 2 months that they were like, you're for sale? Okay, we'll buy you. And then it was just happening, and they don't really have anything planned, and so it's like, what now? So we're kind of still waiting on stuff for that. I don't think there's really anything else planned. We're getting closer to the June date for the novel. Well, it was kind of funny because earlier today, my dad's got nothing to do either, and he works the same place I do. And he's like, texting me, look at this. This is so cute. And I'm like, what? And then he sends me a picture of some rescue kittens, and I'm like, we already have 3 cats in our house. And he was like, okay, and what about these? And he sent me some rescue puppies. And I was like, oh man, don't do that. I love puppies. So he keeps sending some stuff. He was upset because the other day there's a local dude selling some Siberian Huskies out there. And we missed it because he was at the car dealership. So he was kind of looking at like German Shepherds and stuff, and I was like, I don't have money for a puppy. Like, I don't have time either because I work so far from home right now that I couldn't spend a whole lot of time with it. But it's something I've been looking at, and it's something I've been looking at for a while because my dog passed away in 2011, and we weren't quite ready to get, well, I wasn't quite ready to get a new one, and we got one like a week or two after he passed away, just because Tina felt like she needed some kind of protection in the house. So she got another dog a couple weeks after, and I don't think any of us were really ready for it, including her. And he's a good dog, and he's like, oh man, 8. He's 8 years old now, and he's still so much a puppy. Like, you come home and he's like, I'm so happy you're home, and it's like, you're 8. How are you still so excited? But it wasn't until like 2014, 2015 when we first moved here that I was kind of ready for a dog. And so it's been something I've been thinking about for a while, but I haven't had the money, haven't had the time, or the energy with me being so sick to take care of a puppy, to take care of plants, to take care of myself, to take care of anything. But since I feel better, I thought, well, I've taken care of the bamboo that I've had, which is also a very low maintenance plant. I've taken care of the bamboo. It's still alive, so that's something. Taking care of, well, I guess I just got the tree and succulents yesterday, but they're still alive. They haven't died. But I was thinking, now that I have more energy and more often feel like I have more time and don't feel so deprived for time like I used to, that maybe that's something I could do. And then I think about how much it's gonna chew on, and I'm like, am I ready for that? But we'll see, because it's something I thought about like 2 years ago. I was like, I could use my tax refund to get a puppy, but everybody was like, no. I was like, okay, I'm gonna show you outside because it's really neat. It's just super windy. Hello, car. There's my brother's room. Hi, brother. Is it starting to rain? No, it's just still windy. Okay, well, that's really it for now. And really it for this week, because, again, really slow. Hasn't been a whole lot to talk about, mostly because I wasn't sure, because nothing was really finalized about work. But we'll see what happens with that. I think it's going to be okay now. I'm not as stressed out, especially now that I know that I actually have a job. Thursday video, Fractured Friday, perhaps a spooky Saturday. I think that's really it for this week. Well, I got off early again, so I'm going to go see about lunch or dinner. What time is it? It's probably like 3. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye!